So talk to me, AJ, about what we're showing here as a proper tolerance zone exposed. What's the point of this and why do you do it?
So people get confused sometimes with the tolerance zone. What we have here is the full tolerance zone is exposed. We have 18 inches on both sides of our mark from grade to our proposed bore depth underneath the utility. If we're going to drill underneath it, we want to see rod reamer product. So we have full width exposed down to our bore depth, and we're going to see everything go by. We ain't going to have to worry about, hitting anything. We know what's underneath it. We know what's there. We're safe to drill. So this scenario is, we go straight down, we find our mark, we go straight down, we find our utility at that mark. We think, okay, we found our utility, we're safe to drill under it, over it, whatever. No, we're not, because we didn't expose that tolerance zone fully. We didn't go 18 inches on both sides. We didn't go to our proposed excavation depth. All we did was spot that utility. That can't do that.
And at that point, I can't confirm that's what was actually marked or not.
Exactly.
Right?
We don't know if that's what we're looking for. It could be a foot over this way, foot over that way.
And this, unfortunately, is the vast majority of the potholing we do see, is this cone potholing, which
yes,
leads, again, to sometimes damages, whether it's inadvertent, whether a locator made the mistake and it marks rough, or there was just another line to your point that wasn't mapped or anything else. That's the whole point of opening the earth up a little bit more, to build in a little bit of a safety zone for you, right?
Right.
Because it's all about, yeah, you don't want to damage something, but the reality of it is that you want to go home this afternoon, right?
Yep.
And so that's why this cone spotting, while it gets an eyeball on something, you don't know what you found yet.
You don't know what that something is.
Right. Okay. So what about not exposed?
So this scenario, we just went our 18 inches on our both side of our mark down to where we found our utility, something like that. But okay, so you think you went 18 inches, you found your utility, you really didn't, because if you're going to go underneath that, you need to expose to your excavation depth, your proposed depth. Which if you're going under that, you don't know what's underneath there. There could be, here's your line that you found the top of. The live one could be directly underneath, and you could hit that going by.
Well, so your expectation is on proper potholes, I can see my rod go through and my reamer and product come back.
Yep, rod reamer product, that's our motto. So
if I don't see all that, I didn't pothole properly.
You didn't properly expose, correct.
Right. So in this scenario, again, we do see this a lot where they go down till they find even just the top of a cable, they call it good and don't realize there's actually 4 wires there stacked, taking up a foot of elevation.
Absolutely.
They go to bore under it with a foot because they're not going to have to ream to come back, and they end up hitting it either going in or coming back.
And that's when we find a lot of damages on the pullback.
Right.
And that's when you hit most of your stuff. You might go by nice with the drill head, but that reamer's a lot bigger. It's making a borehole, and that's when you hit something.
So depending on the job, would this be happening while the rig's warming up down the street, or would you be out there a day ahead of time? When would you project to?
A little both. Our crews try to get out there a day or so ahead of time to get everything exposed. I mean, say the drill's set up at one end of the block, we might have a couple at this end of the block, so just so we could get rolling in the morning and expose the rest of them. But yeah, we try to get out there ahead of our drill rig and get those exposed.
With that perspective, is there times where you actually end up having to go idle because you're having a problem due to either rock or soil, or you're still going and you just haven't found the bottom?
Sure, absolutely. And there might be something that we think we found, but we might then do our sweep and trace something else out and say, let's hold on, let's try to find that just to verify it and make sure.
Right.
So
that idle time, though, you still find a value to that, because it's still cheaper to idle than it is to, again, end up digging into something that could either cost a lot of money or harm somebody on your crew.
It's safer, it's more cost effective, and it's just the right way to do it, just to find everything you can in the ground.
Right.
And not find it the right way, not the hard way, we say.
And even with all the best efforts, potholing everything accurately, you still run into the scenarios where, unfortunately, something might not have been marked. You might not even find it on a sweep because it may not be the best conductor in the world.
Right.
And damage can still occur.
Right.
But the goal of what you're trying to accomplish with that proper pothole is that those are the exception to the rule, not the rule.
Exactly. So we feel if we expose everything properly like that, we've done our due diligence. We try to do our best and do it the right way.
Excellent. Thank you, AJ. I appreciate everything you guys do out there.
Appreciate it.
Thank you much.